Well, go on, traders. Yeah, the traders here again. This is a late night edition. This video is not for the faint of heart, guys. So I want to make sure that you have put the kids to bed and you can now focus on what we're going to review here. So, as you saw on Friday, we got a major pullback on Muln. That major pullback happened after market. So many of you may say, hey, I'm not on track in terms of what the predictions are, but guess what? No one out there has a crystal ball, guys. So the challenge is, what do you do when these things happen? Do you run away? Do you have fear? Or do you look on it and say, hey, this is an opportunity? So the pullback, as you can see, it fell out of our, that little bull flag that I had mentioned, that we want to see the pop up through the bull flag. But if we didn't get volume and it didn't pop up, then we're going to see a drop down. I didn't anticipate that it's going to be dropping down this far, but we got a drop down to below our previous resistance. So what I would say is not negative in terms of this pullback. Let's look on it on the bright side, guys. I know it's scary to see, you may be losing profits and all of that stuff, but if you're in from early, from we were talking about Muln, then you'll have no fear. But what we can say is that we now see where Muln has pulled back. It has dropped to the 25 cents and there was a immediate rejection. Do you see that? Do you see this long candlestick tail? Let me zoom in a little bit here. There was a long candlestick tail and there was an immediate rejection back up to it came from 24 cents and back up to 29 cents. So what that is telling us is that the investors, people like you and me, or maybe institutional investors, were planning to say, okay, is this an opportunity for us to get in? Also, what had happened on Friday, Muln was to file their SEC reports, like the 10K and their 8K filings. So they didn't file up to the end of market day. They actually filed after market. They filed prior to the 5:30 deadline. So I'm not sure if that could have a negative impact on the stock, but in terms of maybe possibility of a late filing, but they actually filed prior to the market before the deadline at 5:30. So as we can see here, with that drop, we are now in, look at the RSI, we are now in oversold territory. Remember, we're above we're at the buy territory here in terms of stuff being, this is overbought territory, and we're still in the slightly above the halfway point in terms of overbought territory. Now we are in the oversold territory, guys. So look at that. So what I'm kind of anticipating is, the pullback. We want to see it pull back up from the 29 cents back on top of the resistance here at 32 cents. Want to see it pull back some more when market open on Tuesday. And once that happens, then we can confirm that it's holding the support at 32, and we're looking for the stock to move again. But remember, guys, this is a very high risk stock, so you gotta make sure that you have your stop loss set. If there's a major pullback. So what we don't want to see is to pull back and drop back all the way down to 20 cents. So as you can see, it actually it's following my trend line. So if I extend my trend line, this yellow trend line here, what's going on? Let's see. So I'm going to extend to the right. It's actually following the trend line that I had set. I didn't anticipate that pullback will be this dramatic, but as I said, I do not have a crystal ball to know when companies, will be finding late. But I just got to go with whatever the trends are. Okay. So as you can see here, we are still within the upward trend. So we'll see what happened on Tuesday, because Monday is not a trading day, and that's Martin Luther King's Jr. Celebrating, his life, his contribution. So big up to Martin Luther King, as always. All right, so I usually do not get into the fundamentals in terms of what was filed and that type of thing. I'm just working in what the trends are in terms of what I'm seeing. So for now, I'm gonna kind of wait and see what happens in pre-market on Tuesday before I give another update. But this is kind of what I have for you so far, and I'll give you a further update at that time. So until then, guys, if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and give them the thumbs up. We are on a journey here, guys. Early days yet, so we will keep pushing. Okay, take care.